You're listening to another episode of Last Night's Coffee with Chuck and Jon. I just hit record. Hang on. Here we go. Okay, now we are rolling. We're supposed to be rolling here. This is it. This is episode 125. We have hit the record button. Chuck, what are you doing, man?
I don't know what to do with my hands. I just put them down here. Just down here? Okay.
Yeah. Just.
What's up, night shifters? We have entered into a new era. From now on, 92.7% of our podcast will be recorded and placed on YouTube.
Roughly 92.7.
And, give or take a few percentage points.
Yeah, we're hoping. We've got big dreams for this year, 2024. We've got big hopes for the podcast. Happy New Year, by the way.
Happy New Year, night shifters. If you don't know, I'm Chuck. That's Jon. He is the world's youngest Gen Xer.
Boom. Just so you know.
Just so you know, he is kind of young, but he has Gen X tendencies. So we kind of we pull him in.
Yeah, like I'm straight out of the Attitude Era of WWF.
Well, that's kind of millennial, but we're not going
to talk about it. I know. That's what I'm saying. I have millennial tendencies.
Well, so what you drinking there?
What do you think?
Well, this is Last Night's Coffee. So Jon's got Last Night's Coffee. I'm enjoying a nice soda from my soda stream.
Oh, yeah. Still using the Christmas present, right?
I'm learning. That's probably my best class I've made.
So I'm ready to break my resolution already. How about you?
I've probably already broken. Okay. So
I haven't broken mine yet, but I want to, man.
All right. What was yours?
Mine was to not eat fast food all year.
Oh, you're like, dude, does Chick-fil-A count?
Yes. That's the unfortunate thing.
That's the Lord's food.
I know. I wonder if I can buy it on Saturday and then eat it on Sunday.
If you order it on the app, is it still fast food? Oh, I have found a clause.
Okay.
You can come to Griffin, eat at Truett's in the sit-down side, and still have Chick-fil-A food, but it's not fast food.
That's a really good out. I like that. That's thinking smart.
Well, I've got my Scott Bloomquist shirt on, so I'm all about cheating today.
Bloomquist. Dude, I love that guy. He's got the best clips, man. Like, that's the kind of clips I want us to wind up with.
Yes.
If we can wind up with sound bites like half as cool as his, we'd be money.
Yeah. We got it. We're good. So, mine is like everybody else's. I want to lose weight.
Right.
And I've talked about the paths I'm going to take. I think I will start. I didn't do good yesterday because I don't think your resolution starts till the second.
Amen.
Because it is a food holiday.
Sure.
The New
As
Year's.
Most holidays revolve around food,
especially in America.
Yeah.
Some other Krampus. I don't think they have food.
Krampus. Yeah, they do. It's like this weird log thing. It's in The Office. It's in one of the episodes of The Office. It's
Is that really where we get the Yuletide log from?
Maybe.
But going back to it. So today I'm starting with the intermittent fasting portion of the plan.
Okay.
So I can still kind of eat what I want to, but I'm limiting the hours that I do eat.
Sure. Are you doing like what are you doing? Like 12 on, 12 off, 16 and 8? How are you going to split it up?
So because of the time of night I take my lunch, it'll probably be like from noon to like 9:30.
Okay. So you do like 14 and 10.
Yeah, 14 and 10. Like I did last time, but last time I did it, I think I was doing noon to 8, and that was kind of messing me up because I'd have to like cram down a snack right before lunch, and then I just sat there at lunch and didn't do anything.
Right.
So it's going to be, like 10 to 14 hours.
That's good.
It
That's
works
good.
out good
That's a
for
good
me.
starting point, man.
And then I will, as I go to the grocery store and weed out some food, I'll work into some carnivore. I have been dabbling and looking at the Tom Segura approach.
Okay. Now explain that. What is that like?
I think that's where you in your arm.
Oh, you're considering the testosterone approach.
Well, he did Ozempic.
He did Ozempic.
He did Ozempic and test.
Okay.
He's got enough money that he can afford to do both.
Yeah, Ozempic is actually like a diabetes medicine.
Yes.
I was reading the other day. So you're considering that approach.
I am considering that approach. I've been doing the research on it.
He's also put in a lot of hard work, though, because one of the side effects from Ozempic can be that it removes muscle as well as
right.
fat.
So, I've got gym in the plan. That starts tomorrow because my days are going to be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Okay.
To start with, I can't see myself start. If I try to start off and go 5 days a week, it's not going to work.
Yeah, you're going to kill yourself, you think?
I just will get mad.
Too much work, you think?
There's other stuff I need to be doing. Like I got to pull the engine out of my truck.
Oh, right. I got you.
Stuff like that. Like I've got things to do, and I could go after work.
Yeah. I think as long as you get a workout in, I don't think it matters when you go. As long as you get it in. Like that's one of my things. I try not to like really burden myself with when I'm going to do it.
It's like Charlie got one in yesterday.
Yeah, as long as I get one in.
And he was grumpy the whole rest of the day too. And I don't know if that's because he took pre-workout or what.
Dude, I've heard some of that pre-workout can be serious.
And okay, here's another question: can I take pre-workout and intermittently fast and work out after work?
Well, that's a question you'll have to answer yourself, man. I don't know. I like to work out fasted. I like to work out on an empty stomach.
Right, too. But I like the energy hit.
Sure.
So, and it's
but I don't think the pre-workout constitutes like breaking a fast. No.
Okay, because it's not nutritious. It's just more energy, and I'll be able to sleep. So, how long does a pre-workout last?
I don't know.
So, like, if I need it to peak at so we get off at 3. I need it to peak about 3:45 and be over at about 5.
Well,
so I don't know how this works.
You can also take caffeine pills and like try to take them ahead of time. I've heard like straight caffeine pills also do a pretty good job of just giving you the little boost to get through the workout, you know?
Yeah. Well, we've gotten all off of our notes. Did you have
we've been talking about our resolutions, our New Year's recap a little bit. How did you spend your New Year's, dude?
I watched New Year's Eve. I watched Jack Reacher till 11:30, and then flipped it over to Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year's Eve, or whatever they call it now, with Ryan Seacrest. I saw LL Cool J do a melody of his hits.
Yeah, come on.
He looked like he was about to run out of breath and die.
How old is that guy now? He's got to be 60 something, right?
Pushing 60, or he might be over 60 because he's talking about hip hop being in its 50th year.
Whoa. Well, I mean, I guess some hip hop artists probably did start coming out in the 70s, right? I mean, I know that like I've seen clips pulled up like the 1940s where there were some guys like kind of rapping.
Dude,
you know?
Yeah, I mean it's hitting it. It's getting there, but he did good. I just felt like there was a couple times he was winded. I was kind of laughing because I know he's in great shape.
Was he doing all the classics?
Oh yeah, he did Rock the Bells. He did. So evidently they have a Broadway show called Rock the Bells now, and it's a hip hop Broadway show.
Is LL Cool J involved in that Broadway show at all, or no?
I believe he might be. I don't know if he's like acting it. You know, he does acting, so
Yeah.
We'll have to look that up and maybe revisit it later in the year.
Yeah, absolutely. LL Cool J on Broadway, dude.
That's awesome.
Pretty cool thought.
And then I flipped over to CBS. They were live from Nashville, and they had Leonard Skinner and I think Lainey Wilson, Hardy, all those guys doing some music. So I rang in
cool.
the Central Time Zones New Year's Eve as well. And then
Man, look at you, dude.
I figure, I mean, we stay up. There's no reason why we should fall asleep waiting on New Year's Eve.
Well, I mean, I definitely did. I did not make it. I fell asleep. My wife was asleep before 9 o'clock. So I was like, man, what incentive do I have to stay up at this point, you know? So
I can say Mary Beth did not fall asleep this year. This is the first time in a while. And Charlie did.
Charlie didn't make it.
No, he's considering himself that he made it because he woke up at 11:30 to watch it happen.
Ah, I see. And
And
you were prepared to do the same.
Yeah, I had to already set the alarm on my clock because I was watching that football game.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get into it. And then I found Jack Reacher. And, you know, anytime you get to watch Jack Reacher is a good time.
Yeah, I like that movie.
Now, it ends the same way every time.
Every time.
You know, so it's great.
You're talking about the Tom Cruise Jack Reacher, right?
Yes, not the TV show. I've been thinking of. So I watched two classics this weekend. I watched Shooter, and then I watched Jack Reacher. So now I'm thinking about watching the TV series to both.
Oh yeah, I forgot Shooter had a TV series. I never watched it, man.
I haven't watched it either.
It's one of those movies that's always on like TBS or TNT or one of those stations, and like,
yeah,
you can't help but watch it, man.
If you see it on, you just pick it up wherever it's at.
Yeah,
and go with it. But we actually watched it from the beginning to the end.
Dude, that movie has one of the finest redheads in Hollywood.
Yeah, she's not. Look, I think she looks kind of like a Who, though.
A little bit, but
her nose is kind of a Who nose.
Maybe that's what I like about it. I don't know.
You like the Who's?
No.
Do you like all the Who's and Who's? All the Who's and Who's, Bill?
Horton here's a Who.
That's the Who he heard.
You better believe he heard that Who.
But yeah, so let's do a little bit of. We've kind of reviewed our weekend.
I
got to see the grandbaby. That was always fun.
Yeah, amen, brother. Had some of that peppy time.
A little bit of peppy time. Yep. Let's do some podcast housekeeping right quick.
All right. So what do we got to go over here?
As you know, we are. Well, some of you might know because you might still be listening to us. We are on YouTube now.
Yep.
We've had a YouTube channel. We just haven't been using it to its fullest potential.
Correct.
But now we will be putting these up on YouTube. Go over there and subscribe. I don't know how all that works as far as how many it takes. But we want a bunch of them. We want to get Last Night's Coffee out to the masses.
Yes.
We will be dropping shows on Tuesday now.
Yep.
It gives John a little bit more time to edit.
Yep.
And if we screw something up, we can go back and fix it in post.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're putting a little bit more work on me, so I just need a little bit more time to put it out there for our wonderful night shifters.
And it'll probably be Tuesday late in the afternoons.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we want to drop it across both platforms at the same time.
Right.
We are no longer doing seasons.
Nope.
We're episode 125 and boom, we're rolling with it.
We're rolling with it, man. I liked just rolling through the year this year like we did, man. We did 50 episodes last year. And I liked it. I liked not having the season feel. I mean, we just rolled right on through and I enjoyed it. So we're just going to keep rolling. We're not going to do those seasons anymore. No need.
You may see the set background behind us change from time to time. We're going to work on some things. And I think that's about it.
I think so. We hope you guys enjoy the new look of the podcast, the new feel of the podcast. Of course, we did away with some segments, movie of the month. I think we're going to keep This Week in History, but we're just kind of feeling it out.
What if we change This Week in History and rotate it out with a conspiracy corner?
Ooh, I like that. Let's do a conspiracy corner this year.
Yeah, so we've got This Week in History on the notes, but man, there's some conspiracies out there right now, dude.
Yeah,
there's some new ones. The NFL conspiracy.
Ooh, I haven't heard.
That's going to lead us into our last football wrap up. Kinda.
Yeah, well, for a little while probably.
Yeah, for a little while. The Bulldogs won.
Yes, sir. Dogs by 60.
Dogs by 60, dude. It was. I only know one or two FSU fans.
Right.
And I checked on them after the game.
It was a beating.
They didn't really want to hear from a dog fan.
You don't say.
I mean,
say.
But you got to.
The Dogs were out in full force, man. They did not let up. No mercy.
No mercy. And I'm glad. I wanted to see 70 points on the board.
I know. I called it, didn't I? I said, you want them to push for 70? And you said, yeah. And they were darn close, man.
And then they were fussing. People were fussing about, oh, y'all got y'all starters in, and we got all these guys that are not playing.
Well, I don't want to hear it.
We put in freaking the coordinator's sons and Beck and what was our Stetson Bennett's little brother in one drive and moved the ball down the field. I mean,
yeah, come on, man. Come on.
The coordinator's sons are just there for the education. Let's face it.
Let's be real.
They get beat up on all week. But
that's hilarious. Yeah. It was really funny to see. It was glorious to watch as a dog fan, of course. Go Dogs. What's up?
What's up, Dogs? Alabama lost.
Alabama lost to Michigan. I'm not a big Michigan fan, but I like them a little bit more after that.
I just like the fact that Alabama got beat.
Yeah, I do enjoy that.
It's always a good thing when Alabama gets beat.
And Washington won. I really expected Texas to win that game.
That was a shocker. I stayed up and watched it.
Did you enjoy the game? Was it a good game? I didn't watch the actual game itself.
For a while, they kept it tied up.
Oh, yeah?
And they were answering touchdowns for touchdowns, and then Washington got one touchdown ahead, and that just kind of broke the momentum, and boom, there it was.
I love it, man. I love it. I like a good upset, man. It makes college football exciting. I really thought Alabama was going to beat up on Michigan. I thought Michigan stood no chance.
Yeah, I think everybody thought it was going to be like that, except for Dave Portnoy.
Really? He called for Michigan to win?
He called for Michigan to win. He made a bet, and he won $1 million.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow. Portnoy with the win, dude.
Yeah, and I'm sure he'll be betting on him again next week. So
more than likely.
And then there were some bad calls. I can't remember. Is the Dallas?
The Dallas Lions game, man. That was some controversy there.
So that was such a bad call that officiating crew has been downgraded and will not be allowed to officiate in the playoffs.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So they'll probably ref like the last game of the season somewhere.
Yeah, probably.
But then they will not enter the playoffs. Good. That was all bad. From what I saw, didn't the receiver try to check in? Didn't the guy try to check in as an eligible receiver?
He walked up and tried to check in. Also, the coach told the officiating crew before the game at one point, was it 68? 68 was going to be a receiver, and he will check in and let you know. And they blew it.
They blew it, man.
So
that sucks because that's two really awesome NFL plays we've seen blundered by officiating. You remember Travis Kelce made that awesome lateral throw like a week or two ago, right?
Yeah.
And that was called back because, I mean, don't get me wrong, that penalty was legit, but it's still officiating getting in the way of amazing plays. And I hate to see it.
Well, it's been a year where from high school all the way up, officiating has not been good.
Right.
It's all the things. And it's like, I know these a lot, like, especially at the high school level, those guys are volunteer. I can understand that.
Yeah.
But college, the high profile college games and NFL, there should be, those guys should be the best there is.
Should be.
But
I do put it on the receiver for that Kansas City thing. I do put it on the receiver for that.
Okay.
I do put it on him. I just hate to see officiating be the decision maker. Now, I will also say, as the team playing, you should never put yourself in a position where officiating can decide the game for you.
That's true.
You should not allow that. If you're the player or the team, you should not allow it to be in the official's hands. You should put your team in a position to win without the officiating crew having you know what I'm saying? Like, that's on you.
Right.
So I do blame that Kansas City receiver. I just hate to see that kind of greatness. Like, that one would go down in the books as one of the greatest plays. Yeah. Right? That Kelce play was amazing, right? And so was the Lions play against Dallas.
Oh yeah.
And so I hate to see it.
But there's a conspiracy right now going around on TikTok that the NFL, when they designed the logo of the Super Bowl, it's already got the colors of the winning team in it.
Get out of here.
And if you go back and look at them, that is the case.
No.
Yeah.
That's really weird. I don't know about all that, man.
People have picked up on it.
I don't know about all that. I've heard little conspiracies about the NFL being rigged. Now, don't get me wrong. I think the NFL would love for the Kansas City Chiefs to make the playoffs.
Yeah, but I don't think their colors are in this year's.
No, they don't have to be. They don't have to win it.
Right.
But wouldn't they want Taylor Swift at the playoffs?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
They want Taylor Swift at the playoffs. They want her maybe even at the Super Bowl. Maybe they can get her playing the halftime show with the Kelce brothers back in the Super Bowl. Imagine the trifecta.
So speaking of Taylor Swift, that video I sent you yesterday.
Yeah.
That's why I know so much Taylor Swift.
She is in love with Taylor. I could see the joy on her face as she sang those songs, man.
Yeah, Sierra didn't know I was videoing it, so I'm not going to put that up on
I love it.
on our page. But yeah, I was like, I got to get this on video. I cannot not get it. And even after I quit video, she kept going.
Yeah. Dude, I'll record my girls next time because they do the same thing, and I'll let you send it to Sierra.
I'll send it to her. But yeah, it's funny. So that's our football wrap up, right?
Yeah.
Anything else to talk about?
Man. Okay. No, I don't think so.
Now, I told you before we started recording that I was going to hit you with a conspiracy.
Yep.
All right. This one involves the Doors.
Okay.
Jim Morrison did not die.
He did not die. Okay.
He became Rush Limbaugh.
That's hilarious. That's one of the best conspiracies I've ever heard. He became Rush Limbaugh.
He became Rush Limbaugh. So there's a whole rabbit hole on TikTok and Reddit and whatever the other ones are that you can go check this stuff out on about how Rush Limbaugh is or was Jim Morrison.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. I can't think of a better conspiracy. Now, what was Rush? When was Rush born? Were they born the same year? Like, are they around the same ages? Like,
there's no public record, they say, of Rush Limbaugh before 1972.
and that's the year Morrison died.
Morrison died in what, 70 or 71.
Mm.
All right. So, and then they do these facial comparisons. And I mean, okay, because Morrison was putting on weight there towards the end.
Sure. Drugs and alcohol will do that to you.
Drugs and alcohol will do it. And you got to remember, I don't know if you listen to a lot of Rush, but he loved that older music. He loved that.
And keep going.
He loved that era of music. You know, that was his era. He never really talks about. He should have been like hippie. He should have been a hippie.
Yeah, he sounds like a hippie.
That was his age group, but he never was, or he never talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
If he was, there's a lot. Like they even show pictures of their teeth, and they look the same.
No way.
Yeah.
So how about this? How about Jim Morrison's dad being involved with the Gulf of Tonkin, right?
Right.
So he's part of the military-industrial complex right there, because that was a false flag.
Right.
That was a false flag operation. The Gulf of Tonkin wasn't real, especially not the way we were fed it anyway. And so Jim Morrison's dad right there is part of the military-industrial complex by promoting the Vietnam War. So wouldn't it make sense for his son to kind of fall into that, and Rush promoting what he promotes?
Yeah.
It makes sense to me. I mean, being part of the media, being part of the propaganda agenda.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Jim Morrison is Rush Limbaugh, dude.
Jim Morrison is Rush Limbaugh is almost more believable than Elvis was that guy out in Mississippi, that preacher dude.
Yes. Bob, whatever his name is.
Yeah, Bob, whatever. Bob.
We had an episode on that. I don't know. It was a while ago.
You can go back and look. It's in there. We enjoy. We're not really conspiracy theorists, but we enjoy a good conspiracy. We like the story.
Yeah,
absolutely. We like to watch people connect the dots and be like, "This is what it is," even though it might not be what it is. It's like, where do you get this imagination from?
Yeah, I love it. I love the ideas that some people can come up with, man.
So that's just one that we may refer back to that this year as things go along.
That sounds good, man.
I love it. I wish you could prove it. I would love for them to prove that. And then you got, Alex Jones. Alex Jones hadn't said anything about it yet. He'd be like, "Yeah, I knew Rush was Jim Morrison the whole time."
Dude, where is Jim Morrison buried?
In the ground.
I mean, was he cremated or buried? We're going to have to look this up. We can take an ad break and look it up. Let's take an ad break.
Let's take an ad break. All right, Night Shifters, we're back from that awesome ad break, and hopefully we'll record a commercial for it. I don't know how it works.
We'll figure something out.
But anyway, so we're back. Now, John, you wanted to know where Jim Morrison was buried.
Yes.
In eastern Paris, there's a massive cemetery called. It's in eastern. I'm not going to say it because
you're not even going to attempt that French name, are you?
Where you find the tombs of Jim Morrison, Edith Piaf, and Oscar Wilde.
Wow.
So he's not even buried in the United States.
Yeah, he's in a tomb. I think he did die internationally, though, right? I think he died overseas.
If you're going to disappear, isn't that the best place to die?
I would think so. Makes the most sense to me.
Yeah, man.
That's weird, man. That's kind of weird. And he's in a tomb. That's cool.
Yeah.
He's not underground.
He's not underground. I was wrong. I figured he'd be buried in like L.A.
Yeah, you would think, right? Like in the LA, in that big Hollywood.
Yeah.
Graveyard.
Now, I want to go visit the Allman Brothers plot down there in Macon while we're talking about famous graves. But
that would be cool, dude. It's been a dream of mine to go to the big house down there.
Yeah, that would be fun. So is this the cemetery that Jim Morrison is buried in?
Yeah.
Is the most visited cemetery in the world, with
Whoa.
3.5 million people checking in and out annually.
Wow. 3.5 million every year.
Yeah,
That's thousands every day.
that's a lot of people. That's like, dude, I figured the most visited cemeteries would be in New Orleans.
I would think so too, right? Because there's
But
always tours and all kinds of stuff going on down there.
yeah, but it's not. It's actually in Paris, which is kind of odd and funny at the same time because you got the French Quarter
Yeah,
and the French influence in
that's true.
New Orleans, but they're not winning.
There's something maybe there's a commonality with all the cemeteries though and how popular they are in the French culture. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they do cemeteries right.
Well, used to a cemetery was a place where people would take picnics on Sunday afternoon.
Really?
Yeah, before
You
NFL,
take a picnic with dead people?
you would take a picnic with dead people. I think Mary Beth can confirm this, but she's not going to get online because now this is a video show. She's like, no, I'm not going to be on there.
Yeah, she's done with the guest spots.
Yeah, she's done with the guest spots because now that we do a video show, yeah. But anyway, so conspiracy. How do you rank this conspiracy? And what is your percentage chance of it being true?
I think it's a hilarious conspiracy. So I'm going to give it out of 10. I'll give it a 7 because I think it's absolutely hilarious to think about Jim Morrison being rich or Rush Limbaugh. It just makes so much sense in my head. I really want to go to that. I really want to go pull him out of the tomb. Like he's not buried. It wouldn't be that hard.
Right.
Like go
you
take
could
him
check
out of the tomb real quick.
You could check.
Yeah, Rush. If you've got such an issue with it, I want to bring it up to Rush. How do we get in touch with him?
He's dead.
Rush is dead now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he died a few years ago. I forgot all about that.
So the conspiracy come out after Rush's death. Now, if you remember, Rush had a drug problem.
Yeah, I've heard. I heard rumors about it. I mean, who does in the news media now, right? They're probably all hyped up on coke.
He got addicted to opioids.
Oh,
when he had back surgery, and that's he lost his hearing, but he was able to afford a cochlear implant. So it's real weird. It's really cool if you ever listen to that story. Like they had his desk wired for like vibrations and all kinds of weird stuff. Like and then the day he lost his hearing because it just went and turned off. He gets on the show and does a 4-hour monologue by himself and never misses a beat, and nobody knows he's got a problem.
Oh my gosh, what a champion!
Yeah, he's the best.
Yeah, that guy's awesome.
So we're going to look into that conspiracy a little bit more as the year goes on. We'll be revisiting that for sure. We
sure enough will. Now, how about Carter Watch 2024, buddy?
Carter Watch 2024 is on.
Yep.
Because we did not lose Carter in 2023, and I owe John a pizza.
That's right. That's right. It's going down. What kind of pizza are you going to get me?
I'll probably get you a $5 Little Caesars pizza. No, I'm gonna do you better than that. We'll figure out the logistics on that here.
Dang, man.
Coming up soon.
I'm hoping it's a good one, dude.
It'll have to be before I give up bread too. So look forward in the next week or so.
Oh man. Oh, so we're gonna share a pizza. That works. Yeah, I would do the same if I owed it to you.
I would like to eat at least one slice.
One sliz, dude.
Yeah, get that one.
Give me a little.
I can't just bring a pizza up there and watch you eat it.
Yes, you can.
That would be the worst.
You lost the bet.
Yeah, I did lose the bet. So, yeah, I mean, true bet fashion, I should have to watch you eat the pizza.
You should have to watch me eat the pizza, and then if I leave you a piece.
Oh, if you leave me a piece. That's how we're going to be now.
Yeah, no, I'm teasing. Of course, we'll share a pizza. We'll share a good pizza pie.
Good to pizza pie. Yeah, so we got Carter. Do you have any predictions? Does he make it out of 24?
I think he makes it to 100.
You think he makes? So that's what, October?
I think so.
His birthday's in October.
I'm pretty sure.
So
yeah,
we'll see,
I think
man.
he makes it to 100, man. I think he builds. I think he's got 3 more houses in him. You know, let's start judging it by how many Habitat for Humanity houses he has left.
Oh man! So you think he's going to make it to 100 and build 3 more houses?
Yeah, because they put up houses in like a couple of weekends for real.
Yeah, and now does he have to actually swing the hammer, or can he just be out there in his wheelchair?
No, it's not that what he has to or doesn't have to do. That man will swing a hammer.
I don't know, man. He was looking pretty rough during during Rosalind's funeral. Of course, they could shoot him up with some Adderall and he'd be good to go.
No, he doesn't even need that. He's got his Billy beer, right?
He could drink some Billy beer. He might eat a peanut.
Eat several.
What if Jimmy eats a peanut and it has the opposite effect of people with peanut allergy? What if he gets his superpowers from the peanut?
Yeah, like some crackheads get superpowers from crack. He gets superpowers from peanuts. What if he drops them in his Billy beer like some people do with Coca-Cola?
Oh, a beer and a Coke. He has, yeah.
He drops his peanuts in the Billy beer and drinks it like that.
That's the secret to longevity.
Yeah, man, we've been doing it all wrong over here.
I've got to find some Billy beer and some peanuts. I used to know where some Billy beer was at. I've seen a can actually.
Recently?
Probably in the last 15 years.
I saw some when we went on not vacation, when we went on a field trip there with school.
I saw some at a what do you call it? Antique shop.
Oh, unopened?
Unopened, yeah. It was a 6-pack.
Woo, woo.
Yeah,
would you drink it if you bought it?
I don't know. It depends on how much I buy it for. Like if it, I like antiques and I like stuff like that. So, dude, that would be a great thing to have on my shelf in the prop. Is a 6-pack of Billy beer.
Yeah, dude, especially how much we talk about Jimmy Carter.
Yeah, so we've got like the props behind me will change. Right now is a sign that says, what does it say? It says, "This is our perfect chaos."
Nice.
That could be the title of the show this week because it has been kind of chaotic for
a little bit. It's our first go at a video podcast in a while.
Yeah, I'm sitting here with 2 chairs, a noodle board, a double stack Ryobi charger with the box on top of it to hold the camera up.
Hey, we do what we can. And you got it right though. I like the angle you've got.
You like the good angle? So here's what happened. I got a Amazon gift card for Christmas.
Uh-huh.
And I've spent the last week or so going, there's something I need to order off of Amazon.
Oh yeah.
But I can't remember what it was.
Well.
And it would be a stand to hold the camera.
Yes.
So I could do the podcast. And I forgot all about it. Like till to this morning, I was like, that's what I got to order.
That's it, man. That's it.
My wife is looking at me and laughing.
I'm glad you know how to spend your Amazon gift card.
Oh, you don't know how to spend yours?
I didn't get one.
Oh, okay. So now she's looking at the feed, and it's funny because you just looked at her.
Oh, really?
All right.
What's up, MB?
He said, "What's up, MB?"
What's up, John? Why's he got glasses on?
Why's he got his glasses on? Because he's podcasting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and they can hear you.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Oh, she. There's a visit from the great MB.
Oh
The
yeah, she
great
can't
and
hear me. I'm in your ears.
right. I'm in my ears, so she can't hear you. But that was a visit from the great and powerful MB.
That's right. That's right. We love her so much.
Yeah, we do.
I got to come see her, man. That's why I've got this beanie cap on. You should. You don't even want to know what I got going on. You know what I'm saying?
I can imagine. So, let's get into something a little bit more serious.
Yeah.
This past weekend. That's a good podcast, by the way. You should watch it.
Yeah, this past weekend.
Friday morning, I get a text and be like, "There's a situation going on in Spalding County somewhere, and police are headed up to Vineyard Road."
Mm-hmm.
So I do what every normal person in Spalding County would do. I get my phone and I go to the Spalding County scanner to listen to the scanner.
Yeah.
And when I started listening, there was like 300 people listening. By the time all this whole situation was over, it was like 2,000 people listening. There was a situation in Griffin or in Spalding County where one of our Spalding County deputies went on a call and to this guy that they had known mental problems. They've had to deal with him before in the past. And when they opened the door and shot him, boom.
Oh, man.
And so it was Officer Mark McIntyre. And I remember when I saw his picture, I was like, I've seen this officer before. And
Okay.
it took me a minute. I saw him at the fair.
Mm.
And I remember him because I'm not picking, but he's not as tall as me.
Oh, wow.
I tend to remember people that's not as tall as me.
Sure, that's rare.
I mean, I don't get that much.
That's
like,
rare, yeah.
Especially a sheriff's deputy.
Yeah.
And then I read his name, and I noticed that he spelled his last name with a Y, and thought, well, Reba don't spell her last name with a Y. You know, Reba McIntyre.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So for whatever reason, that locked into my memory, that guy. It's weird how stuff like that happens, right?
Yeah, it comes back around. Well, Spalding County is it's got such a small town feel to it, you know?
It does. It does have a small town feel to it, even though we're growing and people are coming in. But they ended up having a standoff. They brought SWAT from the surrounding counties. They tore the back of the house off going after this guy. He was hiding under a bed.
What?
And this started in the morning, say around 9:30, 10 o'clock. And I think it was over about 1:30 when they finally got him in custody.
Dang, dude.
It's been on the news. It shocked our little community of Griffin in Spalding County because we're one of the smallest counties.
Sure.
If you look at us on the map, we're very small.
But very, very populated. Like, we've talked about it several times on the show. Everybody knows somebody from Griffin.
Everybody knows somebody from Griffin, but for whatever reason, we're a small county, and we kind of you get to know the police officers in this town, especially when you're younger. You kind of knew all of them.
Yeah, I'm sure. Dude, that's really sad that he had to lose his life like that, man.
So, yeah, shout out to the Spalding County sheriffs, the first responders, all the guys in Griffin that's had to that worked with him and had to go through this. I know y'all lost a friend there. From everything that I read, he was a great guy. Iraqi war veteran. Not just your average police officer that we have in this day and time that we don't really like.
Yeah. Really a good guy.
Really a good guy from everything I read.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's man, we got to pump this show back up.
I know we got to lighten the mood here. What else you want to talk about, man? What do we got left here?
Looking at the notes, all we got is This Week in History and the meme. So what do you got, John?
Well, are we still doing This Week in History? I got something if we're going to do it.
Did you prepare one?
Yeah, I've got something.
This could be the last This Week in History.
This could be the last This Week in History. I did pick something out. It's pretty easy.
Okay, it's
easy to digest. So This week in history, the first college football bowl game was held as the University of Michigan defeated Stanford in what became known as the Rose Bowl. However, the game did not become an annual event until 1916. This was in 1902.
Wow.
The very first college football bowl game was held.
So Alabama wasn't in it?
Alabama was not in it. Michigan won the very first Rose Bowl ever in 1902, and they won the Rose Bowl this year.
Well, history repeats itself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That was back when
week in history.
That was back when Ivy League teams still played.
Come back.
Woo, there I am.
There
I
you
went
are.
backstage. Dude, I went backstage.
How did you do that?
I don't know. It just said you're backstage. I'm like, why am I backstage?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't put you backstage. My bad, dude.
I'm kind of fuzzy now. Am I
Yeah, a
fuzzy
little
on your
bit.
side?
I wonder if your Wi-Fi is messing up a little bit.
I don't think so. Oh, there we go. I'm looking better.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, all
Yeah,
right.
you're geared up now. Hey, you're on stage now.
I'm on stage. I was in the green room. It wasn't very green. It looked
You got to
just like
pop
this
back
room.
there real quick.
I was like, boop, boop. Okay. So,
Technical
Yeah.
difficulties on this
All
very
right.
first video.
do I
podcast.
have a meme?
Yeah,
Are we
send
gonna
one
keep-
over here.
Are we going to keep the meme?
I think so. I love the meme of the week.
And now you can post the meme up in like the corner right here.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. I can
Like-
edit that in post production somehow.
Like, I feel like I'm just adding extra work for you. But here it is.
I'm pulling it up. I'm pulling it up. Marked safe from hearing Roll Tide today. Praise God, baby. We don't have to hear from them Roll Tide fans.
No, we don't. Man, I tell you what. I don't know if I've told you this today or not. I hate Alabama. I freaking hate Alabama.
I hate Alabama.
So yeah, we got this. We didn't win, but you know what? They didn't either as far as going to the national championship.
That's right.
And they are 3 in a row this year. Did you know
Really?
that? Yeah, 3 years not winning a national championship.
Hey, we'll take that.
Yeah, so somebody
take
did a
that.
three-peat. It might have not been who we wanted to do the three-peat, but that Alabama got that three-peat.
That's right. That's right. We love it when Alabama loses.
Yeah. So we need to shout out the Eating Chambers.
Oh, yeah. Shout out the Eating Chambers channel. Check them out on YouTube. Now that we're back up on YouTube, we're going to make
There'll
sure
be
we get that
links.
in there, everybody.
Links and stuff. And
Yeah. We're networking.
we're trying to build their YouTube and we're trying to build our YouTube. We are hopefully get some food out of it.
Yeah. Yeah,
We
we're all
like
in this
food.
together. Uncle Drew, I think Chef Drew was going to wind up catering our Uno event.
All right.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
think I've
So-
got it worked out where he's going to cater our Uno event. So
We-
should
we've
be
got
good to go.
We've got the Uno event in the works. It's probably going to be in February.
Yeah. I
we
was
gotta
just
try
looking
to-
at the calendar about it. We'll figure an exact date out, but I think like the 24th or 25th is a weekend. That's a Saturday and a Sunday, maybe towards the end of February. I don't know how you're looking on that.
I'm not sure. I do know towards the end of February, I think we got some practice coming up because we got some racing stuff going on. We're back on track this year.
Oxenford Racing, dude. Tell Charlie
Yeah.
what's up.
Yep, he was doing some things with racing today with Speed U and Synergy.
Awesome.
So, and he's going out of state this weekend to do some things with Synergy,
Nice.
and hopefully he'll make some good connections with that. What else has he got? He's got some awesome stuff going on. We've got Paul's car is at the shop.
Hey, Paul's going to get back on the track this year?
Paul's going to get back on the track this year. We got to get the front end straightened out back on that car.
Cool.
And yeah, it's on like Donkey Kong, man.
This is exciting, man. Oxenford Racing is going to get back on the track, dude.
Yep, we're back.
I love it. I love it. Hey, this has been a great episode. First episode of 2024. Happy New Year, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Check us out again, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Like us, rate us, do all that stuff, review us, whatever you want to do. Comment on YouTube.
There will be a TikTok page that'll have some clips on it.
Yeah,
So
we're hoping to put something together on there.
If you're a TikToker, maybe share those clips and get us out there.
That's right. That's right.
See
Thank
ya.
you guys so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. Episode 125 in the books.